Yo, welcome to part 2 of the world tour. Last week we were in stunning Cozumel, Mexico, and today we are in the magnificent, the glorious, the eye-catching Tracy, California. Look at that. Isn't this place just a gem? An unmatched gem of magnificence. But I just wrapped up a workout here. This gym was actually open during a good amount of the lockdown when California said that we're not going to let gyms open and stuff like that. The city here was like, yeah, we're not going to like enforce these rules. The state's enforcing. So this gym stayed open. I didn't know that though. So I was out just in my house, just losing gain, trying to like do some sort of like at-home workout that I didn't really care about. So lost a lot of muscle, but this place was open. And I found out about 3 months before other gyms were allowed to open. So I got like a bit of an advantage over other people because most people didn't have gyms available to them, especially in the Bay Area. So this place like saved my life. I could not, those 3 months like meant a lot to me. So I love these guys. I could have gone to the other like LA Fitness they have downtown. It's like a bit nicer. There's obviously going to be like more attractive members of the opposite gender there. But this place I have a lot of respect for because they knew that gains came first. So I'm giving them my business. But while I'm on the subject of kind of traveling a bit, there's been something on my mind before, and it's probably on your mind as well, where when you get on self-improvement, you're in the gym, you're doing MMA, you're working on building money, you're improving your mental health, you're stopping the bad habits, and it kind of hits you like, this is hard. I don't really want to do all this stuff. It'd be nice. Well, you know, you have those thoughts every now and then. It's not all the time you're thinking that because it feels good when you do the good stuff and it rewards yourself for it, or you get rewarded for it throughout the like miscellaneous things like a better body and people respecting you more and better mental health, all this good stuff. But it does hit you like, wouldn't it be nice to just take a break, to just go on YouTube for 3 hours a day and maybe just chill and not work so hard and just relax and do all that stuff that you know is not good. If you go to parties and kind of be degenerate and partake in all that degenerate behavior, that whole grass is greener on the other side fallacy that comes into our mind every now and then. You buy the new iPhone, I have like the iPhone 14 Pro, and now my head's like, well, if I didn't buy it, I would have saved some money, all this stuff. And when I went on this trip before this, I'm like, yeah, it'd be kind of nice to just relax a bit. And there is some value in that because it's not all about work. There is a flip side of self-improvement, which is also like taking time to rest and rejuvenate. But it did hit me like, yeah, it'd be kind of cool to just not do anything. And when I often come home to Tracy around this area where my family is, I get very lazy. My house is very like warm and cozy. I don't want to like study and focus in there. There's a lot of action happening, there's activity. It's very not messy, but it's very like homey, and there's all this like stuff around and you don't really get anything done. So I also have this new iPhone, so I was setting it up. I've been on like YouTube for like 3 hours a day for the past 2 days. I've been like sleeping up, had a destroyed, like not a super destroyed, but a messed up sleep schedule where I'm out with my friends, we're watching movies, we're doing like just talking and stuff. So I went home at like 1 a.m. and then my other friends would get together and just you do all this like kind of degenerate behavior, not like to the far extremes, but you realize that it's not even all that. Like, yeah, it'd be fun to take a break and go on YouTube, but after like a day, you realize that like your mental capacity is just shot. You can't like think anymore. You're just lethargic. You're in this just consumer mindset of just in this trance of just, you know, switching from YouTube video to YouTube video to YouTube video and, you know, trying to watch Netflix and all this stuff. And it makes you realize just even more like how good it is on self-improvement. Some people do this whole thing where they do 6 months of like hardcore monk mode where they're just like ultra focused on just their business and leveling up and in the gym and all this good stuff. And they spend like 6 months kind of doing the partying and all this sort of bad behavior. I don't think you need to go that extreme with it, but I do think there's some value in every now and then just taking the time to like when you go on vacation to not be super intense about it. Just say, okay, I'm gonna take a hot shower instead of a cold shower. I'm gonna stay up, you know, a little past my bedtime. I'm gonna go out to the city at night with a friend and just, I don't know, do something instead of, you know, going to bed at like 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. Or you're gonna, you know, say, I'm just gonna watch a couple videos on YouTube. Because when you do that stuff on like a short vacation-ish type break, you realize just how much you want to get back to improving yourself. Mexico was fun. Here is good to see my friends and catch up with them, all my high school and some of my college friends and some family friends. I grew up in this area for quite a bit of time. And the more I've been here, I've just realized I want to go back to Fort Worth. I want to get back to the hustle of making money, improving myself in the gym, doing MMA. When I'm stopped doing MMA, I can feel how much my cardiovascular system is shot, how I don't feel as confident. I know we're supposed to have this whole belief that allow you to just be confident anywhere and you're the You're the top G. But the reality is, that's not the case. You have to do the work to believe you're confident, that sort of thing. There's some like mental things that go on between them. You can't just tell someone, oh, be confident, and they'll just be confident. You have to put the work in to actually genuinely believe that. The same way if you see a hot girl, you're immediately thinking in your head like, oh, I couldn't get that girl. Like, you have to actually put in the work to see yourself like at her level or above that, if that makes some sense. More to the point, I said, I'm glad I took some time off to, you know, relax. I took hot showers in Mexico, like my first, I don't normally take hot showers, they're always cold, except for when I'm sick. And it was like nice thing, oh yeah, I felt nice in the moment, but now like my skin feels kind of icky and I don't like this feeling. And I stayed up late and it was like fun in the moment, but the next day I don't like it. So it made me realize even more, I want to get back on self-improvement and improvements. I genuinely want to go home. I don't really want to do this San Francisco trip next week to do this on-site in the office. No offense to my coworkers or anyone in my company who's working. Like, the on-sites are great, but I really want to get back to that like routine, that set schedule of getting things done, go, boom, improving myself. So if you're watching this and maybe you kind of relate to me, you're like, yeah, I'm doing the self-improvement, but I often have these like thoughts of, you know, I kind of want to stop, take a break. You know, set a vacation for yourself, 1-2 vacations a year, a week each, maybe a little longer. And when you're there and you're obviously having fun, doing fun, I do encourage traveling a lot. It's good to like widen your horizons. If you're going to spend a bit of money, you might as well go and travel a bit. A lot of you guys are in America that watch my channel, so just like take a trip up to Canada, to Mexico. You could go to like Puerto Rico. There's a lot of stuff close by that doesn't really cost that much. Do a solo vacation. There's pros and cons to solo vacations, but do it if it's your first one, especially shoot for it. And while you're there, just do a little bit of degenerate behavior. You know, like get a little off self-improvement, stay up a little bit later, and it'll make you realize even more that, yeah, it's not all this. It was fun for a few days, but I really want to get back to doing what I do and improving myself. Because when you get back home, it'll hit you. Yeah, I want to just kill it. Like, I want to go back to Fort Worth and just get on my grind. I don't want to open up YouTube. I don't want to do any sort of thing that'll distract me from my purpose now, because I've seen that, yeah, how do people do this of just expending their whole day on Netflix and YouTube, wasting time, doing the bare minimum at school and work? Because it's so utterly unfulfilling. And it's nice having that realization. What's this guy doing? All right. It's nice having that realization. So that was my sort of spiel for this video. You'll often think grass green on the side, self-improvement's hard. I want to, you know, take a break and do all that stuff. So do it, like go on vacation for a little bit, have a little bit of fun, and you'll realize even more just how great your life is when you're on self-improvement. So do that, or something like that. And yeah, I wish you the best, and I'll catch you in the next one.